The unknown person was record this video. When he saw the cloud is transforming in the Jesus face. Here you can saw a cloud that looks like the real life Jesus face. What do you think about this video? Tell me in the
It could be
comments.
anybody's face, to be fair. It doesn't have to be Jesus. It just kind of looks like an old man. He's a prime boomer. I know people who believe this. You need to stop hanging around 14-year-olds, bro.
Number 2. This video is got from California in the USA. This video is recorded by car dash cam. The unknown person driving his car and he saw something
Dope!
like Jesus Christ walking on the side in this road.
He
Look
just
at
finished the
video
shift.
again. What do
There's
you
a prime
think
smoothie in the
about these
resub.
clips? Tell
Ian
me in
and
the
the sub Ramon.
comments. Number 1. This video is also got from the USA. After the Christmas, here you can see something like Jesus' face saw in the window of this house. Look at the video again and tell me what.
Why is
you
he so
think.
big?
Thank you very much for watching my video. Please subscribe.
Jesus Christ. These top 5s, they get more and more convincing every time. 5 times Lightning McQueen caught on camera. I like that. I like that a lot. How can there really be 5 times though?
I found this video is caught from Michigan in the US. They are very excited to show their car in the rain.
Exit tier 1.
So look at
Northeast.
the video again and tell me what do you think about the video. Is this
My aunt told me one time her windows fogging up was Jesus appearing in her car. That's romantic. That's some 50 Shades shit. Thanks to give Sabishi.
to my channel?
Yeah, I'm sure that's satire. Ugh. Real angels caught on tape performing miracles.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some miraculous footage. From a spirit photographed in a hospital to an angel captured at a rock concert. Join us as we take a look at 10 real angels caught on tape performing miracles.
This amazing footage was captured on the 11th of September 2011 in Jakarta, Indonesia. A glowing winged creature that resembles an angel descends from above and briefly lands on the ground before flying away.
What were they doing here?
When the footage was released, many people were quick to dub the figure the Angel of Jakarta.
I don't think many people did that. Any, for that matter.
Some even suggested that it was a protector sent from above to remind the world of the 9/11 tragedy that occurred 11 years earlier.
What? What? I mean, far be it from me to question how angels work, but why would God send an angel to Earth to land in Jakarta, Indonesia, in the middle of a shopping mall, as a reminder of 9/11? The Lord does work in mysterious ways, though, I suppose.
Occurred 11 years earlier. In 2008, Colleen Banton's 14-year-old daughter Chelsea
These are
had
prime
been
Zara.
admitted to hospital with pneumonia. When Chelsea developed subsequent infections and a collapsed lung, hospital staff were forced to place her on a ventilator just to keep her alive. As friends and family gathered to say their final goodbyes, a nurse alerted Mrs. Banton to a strange glowing figure that had appeared on one of the hospital's monitors. She captured this photo. Shortly after the sighting, Chelsea was taken off life support and something miraculous occurred. She began breathing by herself and her vital signs slowly returned to normal.
Nice.
Hospital staff were amazed at Chelsea's recovery. The nurse, who initially spotted the mysterious figure on the monitor, even said, "I've worked here for 15 years and I've never seen anything like it."
Exit tier 1 Jack SPJ.
2 weeks later, Chelsea was well enough to return home, just in time for her 15th birthday, which was on Christmas Day. After Mrs. Banton had managed to photograph the angel, she said it had changed her outlook on life. She now looks at things differently than she used to, because she knows that God's in control.
That does sound pretty cool, Obungi. I don't know who
In
that is,
2016,
though.
a passenger aboard an EasyJet flight from Austria to London managed to capture this photograph while gazing out the window of the plane. Nick O'Donoghue, a software support team manager from Ireland, was returning home after a work ski trip when he saw what many believe to be an angel walking on the clouds. When
What?
O'Donoghue posted this picture online, hundreds of users began debating the identity of the mysterious figure. Some said it resembled the robot from the animated film The Iron Giant,
Probably what
while
it
others
was.
thought it looked similar to the Cloudmen from Roald Dahl's famous children's story James and the Giant Peach. However, it was the fact that the figure appeared to have wings that many netizens claimed that it could be a real-life angel walking among the clouds, just like those depicted in many Renaissance paintings. What do you think? Is this simply a bizarre cloud formation, or did this
No, that's
unsuspecting passenger
probably an
actually
angel.
capture photographic evidence that proves
Just
angels
wanted to hang
really
out in a
do
cloud,
exist?
I guess.
This shocking
Exit tier
footage was
1
captured in
Dirkle,
Qutub Minar in
Nuri
Delhi,
Presidente.
India. It shows a man and a woman posing for the camera in front. It shows a man and a woman posing for the camera in front of the ancient monument. Suddenly,
D.B.
people start
Cooper, he was
screaming
stuck
and
in the
camera
clouds.
pans into the sky.
Yeah.
A man can be seen flying around the top of the tower. He pauses for a minute before flying off at great speed. The woman can then be heard yelling, "He's coming back now," just as the man
Wow.
flies past the monument once again.
He's coming back now. Jaldi, jaldi.
Way, welcome
When
back.
this clip surfaced, many believed that the flying man had to be an angel. The man doesn't seem to have a pair of wings, however. He moves through the sky
Yeah, kinda
with
like
ease as if
Hancock.
he's being propelled by some sort of force. He doesn't move like a bird as you would imagine a winged man to move. This photo was taken in 2013 by a Baptist pastor at a Promise Keepers concert in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Unbeknownst to the pastor at the time, the photo he took seemingly captured a mysterious figure performing alongside the Christian rock group. There,
It's
right
the
in the middle
angel
of
of
the
good
stage, is a
music.
glowing angelic figure looking over the masses. During the concert, which was held just 2 days before Christmas, the pastor took several photos of the group. This one was taken just as they were singing the lyrics, "Jesus, take all of me, I run to you, I run to you, I lay everything at your feet, let my life be yours." Shortly after the pastor showed the photos to the band, they released this statement on their Facebook page. Something supernatural took place in Cedar Falls today. As hundreds of men repented of sin in their lives, a man in attendance took 2 pictures. Both had an angel on them. As the worship band said, "Jesus, take all of me." God sent a miraculous sign.
That's
to
gotta be a
confirm
good sign.
what he was doing.
Good work. Keep
In
it
the
up.
scriptures, angels are often
Thanks, Reset
described to appear
Narcolepsy.
as a flaming fire, just like the figure in these photos. What do you think? Did the pastor capture a photo of a real angel
it's tier
standing on
1
stage
waifus.
alongside the band? In 2013, photos of an angelic figure in the sky above Miami, Florida were captured by several witnesses.
That'd be a pretty cool angel. That looks
The
pretty
images
cool.
quickly went viral when they were posted to the website of a local news channel. The photos, which were taken just days after Pope Francis was elected, clearly depict what looks to be an angel rising up from the earth.
So they live
Many
underneath
believe
us.
it was a sign from heaven announcing the arrival of the new pope.
What? Why?
However, many others claim that the photos could have been manipulated in some way. The believers were quick to point out that the figure was seen by several witnesses from many different angles, making it unlikely that the photos had been altered. While the image clearly appears to be a cloud, it does bear a striking resemblance to the classical image of an angel with its wings outstretched and head looking upwards to
Doing
the
alright.
heavens.
Hope you're doing alright. I hope you're doing okay.
Was this a sign from God or some sort of well-timed hoax? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below.
It's not just a cloud, it's an angel cloud.
In 2011,
Oh, dead angel.
archaeologists were extremely puzzled when they unearthed this skeleton from a burial mound in Russia. The creature, which appears to have wings, was buried alongside tools and several weapons. Nearby, the archaeologists stumbled across another very unusual find. they uncovered the grave of a giant warhorse almost 2 meters tall at the shoulder. The scientists that made the discovery claimed it seemed to be buried with similar ritual and respect as a human would have been at the time. There was also a large trough of grass alongside the animal, presumably for it to feast on during the afterlife. Did
Do
these
horses eat
archaeologists
grass?
uncover evidence of an angel? Angel and
they
his
just
mighty
eat hay?
four-legged steed. Could the scientists have even
I don't know
uncovered a
shit about
fallen
horses.
horseman of the
They
apocalypse?
do eat grass?
What do you think of
Nice.
this bizarre find? Love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. In this video that surfaced in 2015, a man appears to have filmed an angel praying in a mosque in Azerbaijan.
Why would an angel be praying?
After panning around the room and gazing
They
up
have
at
like
the
a
dome
direct
in the
link to
middle,
God.
the man fixes the
on
camera
how
on
you
several
feel.
people praying on the floor of the mosque. Among them is a white,
Yeah, maybe
brightly
Puffer.
glowing figure who also seems to be praying. Seemingly not startled by what he's just seen, the
Praise the
man
Prime
makes another
Marshal.
sweep of the mosque with the camera. Again, he fixes on the people praying, and the majestic glowing white figure can be seen once again.
It's just
This
sunlight.
remarkable footage
Heavenly
was
light
taken in
is what it
2012
is.
from a CCTV camera at an intersection in China. Just as a man riding a bike comes from the left of screen, a speeding truck heads straight through the intersection. At normal speed, it appears that the flash of light comes from the right and the man on the bike disappears. The truck stops and
Wow.
the driver runs back to
What
the
a nice
scene, thinking
angel.
he's just run over the man. He searches but is unable to find any trace that the man or the bike were even there. If you slow down the footage and pause it just before the biker disappears, you can see a second figure.
Oh, I didn't even see him the first time. Oh my god.
He
Luckily,
seems
we
to grab
slowed
the
it down.
man
I
on
had
the
no
bike and
idea.
The two of them disappear.
That's not an angel, that's
Many
the
people have
Flash. Oh
claimed
my
that the man
god.
in the flash of light may have been a time traveler or even some sort of superhuman. However, the most popular theory is that it's actually an angel sent to save the man because it simply wasn't his time to die. Could this be
Praise
true,
the
or was
Prime
it
Moon,
just a clever
resub
hoax?
slime. How is it clever? It's fucking Adobe After Effects demo reel.
Well, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching.
But I'm how Domino's 80s mascot incited a hostage situation. Didn't we see that? Jesus. Jesus Christ. How many times are you gonna fucking hit the wrong key?
Pizza.
I don't think we saw this
Truly
actually.
a wonderful food. Everyone loves a pizza. And when I think of pizza, I often think of Domino's. Now, Domino's
First
gets
time
a
I've
bad
ever heard
rap a
that.
lot of the time, but if you ask me, they're fine. They're not the greatest, but they're certainly not the worst either.
Okay,
Domino's hits
okay.
a decent balance between the price and quality of their food. Not the best pizzas on the market, but good enough for their price.
Ain't
I
this
often
the
find
Noid?
myself
I
ordering
think so.
Domino's, and I just can't be bothered sorting dinner out. And as I sit there eating my pizza, I often think back on the story of Domino's Avoid the Noid marketing campaign. A campaign that ran through the mid to late 80s and early 90s, before meeting its fascinating and tragic end.
You looked up
This
the
is the
story on
of
Soul Calibur
Domino's
Saturday
greatest
some
PR
time ago.
disaster ever, and the sad fate of Kenneth Lamar Noid. It's 1960, and the failing pizza business Dominic's has just been bought out by two brothers, Tom and James Monaghan, for the whopping price of
$900, dude.
What a deal!
struggling for a year with little success in their
Holy
new business
shit.
endeavor. James wanted out and sold his share to his brother Tom, who over the next few years would turn it into a burgeoning pizza empire. In 1965, the business changed its name to Domino's and began opening new shops all across the United States and eventually the world. Fast forward to the mid-1980s and the brand is looking for a new way to market themselves. Considering the
I
fast
remember
food
the
pizza
Noid
space
had his
was
own
already
video
occupied
game.
by a number of competing companies, they instead looked for a new way to make Domino's stand out from the crowd. A marketing campaign not based on some new gimmick pizza or lowered
Thanks,
prices,
Yusuf Aaron.
but instead one based on reliability. So, Domino's devised a new campaign, promising that their pizzas would arrive faster, hotter, and in perfect condition. In 1986, Domino's launched their brand new marketing campaign starring a strange-looking, buck-toothed animated character known as
Noid.
The Noid. The Noid was a personification of all of the troubles that could occur with a pizza delivery, whether it's getting the order wrong, having the pizza damaged or show up late. The Noid himself was hell-bent on disrupting pizza deliveries through whatever
He's a tier
nefarious
one
means he could.
Joshua Rub?
And only Domino's were able to avoid the Noid, as they put it. This marketing campaign worked, and Domino's saw great success with their new anti-mascot. The Noid quickly soared to the heights of other famous characters, starring in a number of advertisements and having toys
Was he
and comics
actually
made.
popular?
Even two separate video games were created.
I actually played one of the games.
But the Noid had one crucial difference, you see. While most mascots are portrayed positively, as they are kind of the face of the
Thanks, Yusuf
company in many of these
Fiddy?
commercials,
Fiddly?
the Noid was the exact
The
opposite.
Prime Zom Monkey
He was
and Lil
portrayed
Fans.
negatively. It was explicitly shown to be bad, and he was hell-bent on destroying all pizza deliveries he could get his hands on. Only through the incredible power of Domino's could he be stopped. This choice to make the Noid a negative character, portrayed as a bumbling idiot to be avoided, was interesting. He too saw the marketing campaign of Domino's and their slogan to avoid the Noid, and Kenneth became increasingly convinced that the marketing campaign was directly targeted at him. Kenneth was a paranoid schizophrenic, and he believed for whatever
I
reason
remember
that
this
Domino's
now.
was attempting to smear his name
Oh
and
my
destroy
fucking
him.
god, I remember this.
After years of seeing these ads, toys, comics, games, and more becoming increasingly popular
Yep,
around
now I
him,
remember this.
Kenneth reached a breaking point. January 30th, 1989, midday. Kenneth walks into his local Domino's Pizza in Georgia and produces a .357 Magnum revolver. He points his gun at the two employees behind the counter and demands to speak to the owner of Domino's corporate, Tom
Isn't Prime
Monaghan.
Zyler in the resub fries?
He
Prime
believed Tom
Somnia.
himself was responsible for this marketing campaign that was targeting him, and that Tom had even been sneaking around his apartment, spying on him and going through his things.
Ugh.
While it seems like he did
Maybe
get
he
to make
was.
a phone call to Domino's corporate, I can't find any evidence that he actually got to speak to Tom. At this point, though, Kenneth had two hostages inside the restaurant with him, both employees of the store. And when police surrounded the establishment, Kenneth made two demands. First, he wanted $100,000 in cash, and second, he wanted a white limousine to drive away in. For the next 6 hours, the siege continued, with Kenneth occasionally speaking to police over the phone. At one point, offering to release one of his hostages in exchange for a copy of the book The Widow's Son, a book about Freemasons, because apparently Kenneth was some sort of proto-Alex Jones type guy. As the siege continued, though, Kenneth eventually became hungry after waiting inside the restaurant for so long, and demanded that his 2 hostages make him some pizzas to eat. The hostages complied, because of course they fucking did, he had a gun, and made him
Probably
2
the
large
best pizza they've ever made in their life.
While he was eating, however, he was distracted, and with his gun in his lap, his hostages saw an opportunity to escape, and they took it, successfully running out the door and getting away from the restaurant. Kenneth, soon afterwards, realized the hopelessness of his situation, and surrendered to the authorities. Kenneth was taken into custody. He was charged with kidnapping, aggravated assault, extortion, and possession of a firearm during a crime. While he was eventually found not guilty due to insanity on all charges, he was consigned to a mental institution for several months. During this time, the media picked up on the story and ran wild with it.
Domino's should have
Headline of
really
Domino's
like
being
doubled down
unable
on
to avoid
Noid.
the Noid this time was just too good to pass up. This PR disaster should have caused Domino's to cease all usage of the Noid immediately, right? Well, not really. While the Noid was certainly seen less of immediately following the incident, his second video game, Yo Noid, was released for the NES in 1990, just 1 year later, and more merchandise, ads, and more continued to be produced. The Noid, it seems, was just too good to kill off quite yet. Things take a darker turn in 1995, however, when Kenneth Lamar Noid took his own life. Whether this was the result of him still believing Domino's was targeting him with their Noid marketing campaign or not, nobody truly knows. But it can certainly be said that Domino's continuing to run Noid ads and produce more merchandise with the character certainly didn't help. This time, Domino's decided to stop production of anything relating to the Noid. He would no longer appear in advertisements or have merchandise featuring him produced. Until 2009, when Domino's began occasionally bringing the character back for various promotions. Stay classy, Domino's. And as I'm editing,
Well, what are the odds that there's
Domino's
another
decided to bring the
Noid
back.
in the world that
He's going to be appearing in the
mentally
new
unwell?
Crash Bandicoot mobile game, apparently, along with a brand new series of TV commercials. Tragedy
The more I see
surrounding
of
it.
it, the less cool
Whether
it
you
looks.
think Domino's should still be using it or not is up for debate. Thanks for watching my shitty video. If you enjoyed it, consider checking out my previous video talking about
It wasn't a
Tomorrow
shitty
World
video, and the situation, I think, is very interesting. I don't see anything wrong with Domino's continuing to use the Noid. I think the odds of there being another person in the world named Noid that also goes on to rob and hold people hostage is super low. I think they rolled the dice again. I say let it ride. But yeah, super unlucky. I do remember when we learned about this during Soul Calibur night because someone made a Noid costume, and then chat told me that the Noid was responsible for a hostage situation, and I didn't believe them. Turns out they were absolutely right. That is such Domino's luck, though. Like, I'm sure there's someone in the world named after every mascot. Like, there's got to be a Tony the Tiger somewhere. Like a Tony Tiger in the world. And you don't hear anything about that fucking guy. But the one time Domino's finds success in a marketing mascot, it turns out to be a guy who's very mentally unwell who holds a place hostage thinking that they're mocking him and then goes on to kill himself. Like, that's just remarkably unlucky. And such a weird name, too. Negative mascot? You could argue that the Trix Rabbit and the Leprechaun for the Lucky Charms are negative mascots. They are constantly getting shit on by kids. So let's say I was named Trix Rabbit, and I saw that commercial. I'd be like, man, they fucking hate me. And like, make yourself look big.
That's fine. I got you on camera doing that, so I don't mind.
Phoenix is pretty weird.
It went viral all over TikTok. We decided since you guys loved it so much, we
TikTok.
wanted to do another one.
Joaquin Phoenix is really committing to it. Good for him.
Alright, so round 1 went well. No, not a peep from him so far. See how he fares against this bad boy.
This guy's pretty good.
Alright, he's doing well so far. We're gonna
Holy
make this
shit.
fucker squeal.
Wait, this guy's fucking nuts. I thought the mouse traps would have done it. Good for him. I always thought that this was overhyped. I can't imagine it being that bad. Try it? Nah. Wow, this guy's good. He's a high quality mine. Good for him. Woman tries to get free ride. I'll let it ride for a minute.
Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Got something a little different for you today. It's not exactly the
Crazy
wholesome,
locks.
positive kind of content that I
Get some
usually
Sandu.
make, but it's something. It's definitely entertaining. So for a little setup here, I had been waiting for this woman for a few minutes now, and I wasn't in the best mood to begin with. You can tell that right away. It usually isn't super cool when you're waiting a few minutes to pick someone up. So I was a bit short with this woman compared to my usual cheery self.
Hey. Yeah, it's me.
Is this you?
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
me. Some pretty alpha shit right there, baby.
So everything's going pretty normally until this woman decides to try to pull a fast one on me.
Thanks for resub. Easy cool. Ah, the classic.
Did you just cancel your ride?
No.
It says you just canceled. You gonna look at me?
No.
Why'd you cancel your ride?
I don't know.
That's not cool at all. You need to get out
Well,
of
this
the
is
car.
pretty shitty.
Yeah.
You gotta admit this woman has an impressive lack of self-awareness. She literally admitted to canceling the ride, which in turn screws me
There's
out
you
of
some
the
Moby
fare for that
and
trip. And then
Dorfin.
she proceeds to be offended after I kick her out of my car. It's amazing, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You canceled the ride. That's shady as fuck.
No, I just knew that Uber did 2 rides now, so I was just trying to do Wendy's and then my house.
That's not how it works.
Doesn't do 2 rides, no?
No, you need to get out of my car, please.
Okay, that's fine.
Please, get the fuck out. Scare her. Make a goofy noise and then like make yourself look big.
That's fine. I got you on camera doing that, so I don't mind at all.
Yeah, dude, I wasn't doing anything wrong.
You canceled in the middle of a ride. You knew what you were doing.
No, I wasn't, it's just like, I knew that, just like, Lyft does 2 stops. I knew that,
You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, she just sounds very dumb.
Uber recently just started doing 2 stops, just like
You can
Lyft.
do as many stops as you want. You don't have to cancel it to make that happen.
I didn't know that because I just knew that Uber recently started doing 2 stops.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is I'm gonna rate you 0 stars, dude. Bye. I have 4.96 stars.
Have a good night. I can do the same thing to you.
Fucking bitch.
So this is where shit starts to pop off, and I'll just kind of let this play out. Hope you don't look at me different after this. Enjoy.
Bitch.
Fuck you.
You're a fucking dick.
I got you on camera.
You're a fucking
You know that?
bitch.
You're
I
fuck.
know what you were trying to
Oh,
do.
let's
You're
go.
fucking shady. You're a fucking.
I'm not trying
Yeah.
to be shady.
Yeah, you were trying to be.
Call her a
shady.
goober.
If you're that fucking low for fucking $10, you're a piece of shit. You know that?
You're a
$10
piece of
fucking
shit.
dollars. Shut my door and get the fuck out of here.
I'm a fucking burglar.
Shut my
You're a fucking
fucking
bitch.
door and get the fuck out of
You're a
here.
piece of shit, bitch.
Like, are you fucking serious? Are you really trying to fucking hit me right now?
What is that?
Fucking piece of shit. Fucking call
Is she on muscle relaxers?
You a fucking piece of shit.
You see this? Are you fucking kidding me?
Man, that opioid epidemic is nuts. Oh, they were just gonna hit her.
Where the fuck are you? Are you serious right now?
You a fucking piece of shit, bitch.
You really think it's cool to fucking attack someone? You know what? What are you doing?
Thanks, resub and architect and purgatory.
Whatever, lady.
Being an Uber or a Lyft driver has to be absolutely miserable. How does this go on for more?
Confrontation to advertising years ago now.
Oh, he just goes over what happens and like the repercussions, I imagine. I feel super bad for Uber and Lyft drivers. They don't even get paid well. They get kind of fucked by the companies they drive for. I think Lyft is better than Uber for it, but still not great from what I understand. Fake railroad cop crown Rick Auto. Oh my god, why can't I type today? Holy shit. Just looks like they go through cars. Oh, these are fake. It does look fake, just from the thumbnails. Is it like a fetish or something? Why do you want to see the Joey Chestnut vs. Matt Stoney 2015 hot dog eating challenge? Like so desperately. God damn. I mean, it's just... I watch the hot dog eating competitions like every year. Yeah, I mean, it's always cool to watch Joey Chestnut fucking gobble it down, but goddamn. It's not like the craziest thing in the world. Parking Revenge 68 by Tow Trucker.
Hey there, Tow Trucker back. Welcome to the channel.
What's up, Big Tuna?
Here we go again. Anyway, I had a lot of questions about that Tundra on that last video, so we're going to go ahead and run that Tundra clip. I actually got a little shot of him pulling off the lot, pulling out of the lot right here.
Please resub
I
Sam.
did go back and get that Tundra. Let's go ahead and run that clip. I just rolled back up over here to this Tundra.
Well, just fucking total it, bro. Just let's get it over with. Just tow this shit off a cliff. Fuck it. Maybe tier 1 Lil Uzi. Is the Hassan raid just a meme? Because nothing came through on my end. I don't know if that's real or not, but if it is, thank you. I don't know why it didn't pop up. Just a meme? Oh, okay. Oh, it was an unofficial raid. Ah, well, thank you then. Welcome. I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but this guy just stole a car. So that's pretty cool. I'm not super invested. I don't really care if that guy parked like an asshole or whatever. But love to see him getting towed, I guess. Johns Creek Town Hall Meltdown. I do love me a good meltdown. This one?
Deny that you work, contract, or consult for Davenport's company, or any of her companies?
Yes, I am. I'm working as a consultant for DTI.
You are?
Yes.
And
I
There's a
consult for
prime toaster and resub jar mini.
you find that okay?
Why wouldn't it be okay? I can earn a living in any way other than a way that I earn a living off the city of Johns Creek.
But to collect a paycheck from someone sitting next to you.
I don't collect it from Court. Court doesn't work for the company.
I'm so confused with
And I was hired
what's
just
happening.
like anybody else was with that company.
$1 billion company, and we have a lot of things to do. He's a consultant for one entity.
I'm also very skilled at what I do, Jennifer, which is the real reason they brought me in.
Yeah. I just think with 5 million people in Metro Atlanta, it just seems very.
Another one of my clients is on the second floor of this building. Does that make that untoward too, because they happen to be located in the City Hall building?
And Lenny's engaged to one of my employees.
Yeah.
Is that making a conflict off that?
What is happening?
That's how he met her.
Well, and so she's employed.
I didn't mean her to that.
So she was employed before they met. So it's a different story. She was employed before they met. So that's a different.
This isn't a meltdown. This is just
clients that I've worked for
weird conversation.
Time period in the 10 years that I've worked for the city. If you don't like it, I appreciate it.
It's the appearance. It's the appearance.
There is no appearance. It has Jennifer, it has nothing to do with.
That was boring. That was very far from a meltdown. It was a confused woman who confused me. It was I don't know what the fuck that was. Parents hire evil clown for kids' birthday parties.
As right now, who wants to have a boring traditional birthday party with cake and ice cream and presents when you can have an evil clown stalk you for a week before throwing a pie in your face? Dominic DeVille
That sounds like
is
a
the
good
stage
deal.
name of a Swiss actor.
Okay, his services, which apparently they've been around for a few years, created a buzz recently when the Huffington Post picked up on his story. For a fee, parents can hire DeVille to send threatening texts and notes to their birthday boy or girl.
Wait, what?
After days of stalking, DeVille then shows up in a scary clown costume and blasts your kid in the face with a pie.
Is this
Oh my
real?
God, DeVille, this is what he's saying about this. He says that kids love to be scared by his services, although we're not so sure.
What? Wait, this has to be a skit. Is this a skit? There's a difference between being scared in a horror movie and being scared that there's an actual evil clown stalker who's fucking texting you and then meets you in the real world when you least expect it, hitting you with a pie. That's traumatizing. Like, even not for a kid. Holy shit, that's intense. What a good service. Wow. Genius. Absolute genius. The PTSD comes in early.
I wonder who's going to pay for therapy when that kid grows up, you know?
Literally,
I was thinking,
yeah.
I'm a mother,
100%.
my daughter is almost 3, and there are times when I want to give her everything so that she'll stop whining, you know? But it's one of those things that I wonder if it's parents who have been resistant to reprimanding their kids, to telling them to stop, to say no, who just give, and then gets a kid who acts up all the time. And then they say, okay, well, I can't say no, but I hire a scary clown to scare my kid, and then maybe he will learn how to do things right.
Yeah, a lot of parents say maybe teenagers, this might be okay to do, but for a child,
No, what?
child,
It'd be even.
age, no,
That's just as bad.
I'm just scratching my head by it.
I'm questioning whether that story is even legit. Someone had.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's real.
I was looking at the story before I came on, and there were lots of comments on the Huffington Post, and one of them, the top comment at the time, was somebody saying, can somebody tell me the phone number for this person? So clearly, at least that one person was interested in hiring this clown.
And some of our viewers too, they love the idea. But DeVille says incidentally that he got the idea from watching horror movies. Right. That's how he got the idea.
To be honest, you know, he's not a very good-looking guy, but you know what an idea.
Oh, that's kind of fucked up.
There's a public.
I see how he chose
there,
this profession
and
now.
He carved a niche that nobody else had before.
I'm terrified of clowns, whether they're evil or friendly.
I am right there with you, Susan, and I can tell you, teens. My daughter loves to be scared. They love those thriller horror movies.
Not from a psychopath.
I think this is a little bizarre.
I wonder though,
Like,
in
what
this
do you
age
mean?
of cyberbullying and all of that, whether some kids might take these text messages or phone calls as something more than just a prank.
And that's exactly what our viewers are saying on Facebook.
Amy Blackburn writes, in this day and age of having to teach our kids to be very careful around other people, this just seems dumb.
Herman Bricado, this is downright evil, but for an adult, it is fine, but not for
What?
kids.
I don't even know about an adult.
What do you
Heather
mean?
Johnson says, why is everyone so scared of a man or woman with face paint? People need to grow up. LOL. It's hilarious.
Shawnee says, how could any parent not to a parent?
Facebook is just like this completely different breed. Crazy. I was reading Facebook comments the other day. It's shocking that those are real human beings most of the time. Thanks to the resub Tonebone and 5 gift subs Callicence. Thank you, Callicence. Watch the Town Bully one. Sounds a little intense for stream. Thanks to the resub Logan. Weird US laws? Eh. Dark Secrets of Anime Exposed. That sounds pretty good. So this is from the same religious group that did the other one? For video games?
Hello, I'm Scotty. And I'm Mikey.
Hey,
We're
what's
some
up?
of the producers of this anime documentary, and we wanted to share with you a warning with this project.
Yeah, over the years, this is the most recommended topic we've got. Everybody wants us to expose anime, so
It's about
we started
time.
doing some digging, and man, the stuff is dark.
So if you don't really have a problem or you've never been exposed to anime, this might be a project that you should prayerfully consider whether or not you should or
Prayerfully
watch it.
consider.
If you know somebody that's really into this topic,
That's adorable.
please share our video with them, as we feel like this is a very important topic to explore.
Yes. So you have been warned, and with that said, enjoy the show.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Let me see that rating. What was that?
The show.
Rated R for revealing the spiritual battle behind popular entertainment. I don't know if I'm ready for that. To be fair, they might be onto something. I think there is a lot of... Anime is like a gateway drug. Like, there's a lot of bad things that come from loving anime. Tiana downstairs just told me that she's been reading One Piece yaoi. And, like, reading hentai from One Piece characters. So, I think there might be some merit to this story, to be honest. I'm coming in here with an open mind because now I'm starting to really see that maybe there is some really awful things that happen when it comes to getting into anime. Thanks to Prime Nutrient Flux and the resub Thick Milk. I think there could be an argument made that anime... Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh, fuck, this is intense. These are Prime Miracles. This is so good! This is like a good advertisement for anime. And then you'll get like a testimonial from Tiana about how she can't stop reading One Piece hentai now. God, who made this? I'm ready. Open my third eye here. Maybe after watching this, I'll just be really religious.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? There's a ton of it on Netflix now.
I know, it's time to do a project on it. Mikey and I went to a local convention called...
Oh no!
I was shocked at how many people are into it.
Yeah, it's crazy just how many people have been asking us to cover it.
I remember watching some as a kid. Now I realize how much of that stuff was going completely over my mind.
Thanks for some
There's
Zoinked,
so many
Magnifico,
reasons why I
Winter
question it
Zazel,
now.
Mario, and Prime Fishy.
But I read some of the manga comics.
I know a few things about some of the mainstream ones.
It's shocking how much spiritual imagery is used in these shows and movies.
Anime has an undeniable influence over pop culture.
Honestly, some of it is so strange. It's hard to even grasp how something like this can gain so much popularity.
Do you know where it all started? In 1963, a little black and white cartoon called Astro Boy.
Astro Boy!
Within 8 months, NBC began showing the English version
Thanks for some
in the
freshness,
US. The
wings,
creator
Jake,
Tezuka was very influenced
Mario.
by Western culture, and his father believed that Japan's future prosperity lay in partnership with the US, and raised his son on American imagery. There's constantly Westerners appearing as peaceful scientist collaborators.
Returned from the United States. The new minister will meet the press for the first time.
That's the future he imagined. From the very beginning, he designed these cartoons to be exported, which is why we see so many Americans in the cartoon. Many other anime series were loved after that, such as Gigantor and Speed Racer, but in the 1990s, anime blew up in American pop culture.
Speed Racer? Never heard that one.
Oh, so nostalgic. I used to love Speed Racer. Kinda.
It's
I'm
crazy how
exaggerating.
fast
I used to
anime
really like
gained
it though.
popularity in the US. In 2002, Boston was one of the first cities to hold a convention, and they only expected 500 attendees, but 2,000 showed up. Today, Los Angeles
Is
hosts
there
the
blazing
annual
and
Anime
freshness?
Expo with 100,000 plus attending.
I remember in 2003,
Yeah, I don't know, Squashy.
Disney's Spirited Away won an Academy Award for Best Animated Feature. In the last 2 decades, imported anime series such as Pokemon, Sailor Moon, and Dragon Ball Z developed huge US audiences.
Tons of movies have robbed their ideas from animes. Did you guys ever see The Matrix?
Nope.
Yeah.
What'd I miss?
Well, you didn't miss much. It pretty much went downhill after the first one.
Oh no,
Wait,
that's
there's
fair.
more than one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
I wouldn't recommend
Reloaded is still
it.
good
It drew
though.
heavily from the style of manga and even released its own animated series called The Animatrix. Everyone thought The Matrix was so original, but it pretty much was a direct rip-off of an anime called Ghost in the Shell.
And Ghost in the Shell was made into a movie.
Quentin Tarantino had an entire anime scene illustrating a character's backstory in the first Kill Bill movie.
You guys ever watched The Lion King? Did you know that was also a direct ripoff of the Japanese animation titled Kimba the White Lion?
This is pretty contentious, actually.
Originality?
No!
Tonight, we're proud to present.
There's a lot of people that believe it is, and then a lot that believe it's
Walt
not.
Disney Studios in his television network debut, The Lion King. Hello, I'm Michael Eisner, head of the Walt Disney Company. The Lion King is unique. Unlike our other Disney animated features, The Lion King is not based on any previously published fairy tale or literary work.
Whoa, what? Michael Eisner is totally lying through his teeth.
Wow, look at those characters are exactly the same.
Yeah, even the scenery is strikingly similar.
It's an original concept that was developed in the story department of Disney Animation. And like most Disney animated features, it took years to create and refine.
So when does God come into this?
More like originally it was ripped off of this Japanese animation.
It really feels like they're just defending anime, really.
They've made billions off this story. Billions with a B.
Oh, and I bet they're not paying royalty checks for that one either.
Even Warner Brothers did the same thing, stealing the original story from Tezuka with their release of Iron Giant in 1999, which was basically a reboot of the 1963 cartoon Giganto.
Originally used
I'd
animations
never heard that one.
pretty innocent cartoons.
It's a misconception that animated productions are only made for kids. But that exists because aren't most animes marketed to young kids?
Yeah, since they're all over Netflix
Thanks,
and
Resub
Cartoon
Johnny
Network,
Horstick.
tons of kids are getting sucked in at an early age. When we went to Conuga and interviewed fans about their favorite shows, this is what they said.
I love anime.
I love it. I mean, I can't watch enough of it.
So describe love.
That guy
You
seemed
watch
pretty
it
fucking
every
cool.
week.
Some of those tattoos were nice.
Oh, wow. Even more telling was the age that they were first introduced to it.
So, like, what was your first anime you watched?
Naruto.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
Wolfsrain. Inuyasha. Every single one out there.
Oh, everyone's having so much fun here.
Very young. My father was really into Dragon Ball, and he had like a bunch of VHS tapes, and I actually still have the whole Frieza saga on VHS.
So last time we saw this channel, they went really hard into religion on all of this. This really just feels like an advertisement for anime.
Of course, probably like 8. Yeah.
Nice.
It was on Adult Swim when I shouldn't have been up. And I watched it anyway. And I watched it anyway.
Would your parents have condoned?
I mean, probably not, but here I am.
It's just cartoons, bro. It's not that deep.
How long have you been into anime? And like, when did you first start getting into this?
My first anime was like in 5th grade. It was
Here's
Attack
the
on
bit,
Titan,
Sam.
which was a mistake because I was a 5th grader.
I don't know,
and that,
Sam.
The mother getting the head torn off was a little much for me.
At this age, think of the shock and horror that something like this would happen to your mother.
If I hadn't seen Attack on Titan and they showed me that, I would be right ready to watch it. These guys are doing great at promoting anime.
It's on Netflix. I think you like it. And from there, I started watching like Death Note, a bunch of other stuff like that.
Whoa, these guys are super young to be exposed to this kind of violence.
So you're into anime. What was your first?
Easy Tier 1 Potato Bread and Resub Daniel.
My first anime.
Don't know what that
was
is,
Heaven's
Marinami.
Lost Property.
Did he just say Heaven's Lost Property?
Oh no.
And that just kickstarted that genre, and then I branched off.
You just opened a can of worms, buddy.
10, 11, yeah, wow.
I would even say that there's tons of animes that adults shouldn't watch either.
These cyborg chicks like fall from heaven, and it's a harem anime.
Oh,
and this one is
let's
super
go.
messed up. Not only is the anime extremely inappropriate with the images that are borderline pornographic, the story is also super blasphemous.
So, like, the protagonist has a bunch of cyborg chicks that can literally perform any task.
So he just fucks him.
I love panties with designs on them. I'm starting to get sick and tired of this foolishness. Sure, you got it.
So they're like sex robots or something?
Yeah, but they're programmed to do whatever their master wants them to do.
When do they start promoting religion? This is just an anime ad.
So who's the master?
These are sub Platano and Nightlight.
I don't know, he's like the tyrannical guy that lives
What do you mean,
upstairs.
Kitsune?
He's like the tyrannical guy that lives upstairs.
Hey, Big T, it's good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well.
You'll remain my toy for as long as you live. What's wrong, good for nothing? Have you forgotten what comes next? This is the part where you beg, "Oh, please, master, please don't scrap me." You have your orders, Delta.
And so that guy yeah, that shot me down that
Alright, I need to skip around. When does this get into, like, God discussion?
Yeah,
this is an
this is like
actual just
14.
anime ad.
I know, right? It's so not okay or appropriate for such young kids to watch.
And everybody
the whole
we
video.
interviewed was super into anime. I mean, there wasn't even a single person who wasn't into it. And when asked
yeah, you
about
went to
the
an anime
appropriateness
convention.
of the violence or sexual content, they all had this to say.
But there's some anime like I don't know, Kill La Kill and like Devil May Cry, like stuff like that. That it's not really meant for kids, but somehow kids are getting.
I didn't even know
into
Devil May
it.
Cry had an anime. That's going on my to-watch list. This was helpful.
Violence.
I love Devil May Cry.
Is extremely violent. It's very bloody, especially the end of it is very bloody. Yeah. Yeah, it's got a lot of
It
fighting.
seems like a lot of the anime now is like pretty hardcore.
Oh yes, a lot of old anime are as well, but it just yeah.
Thanks, we said
I think
Avalanche
that,
and Grey.
older anime were very targeted towards adults, and now they're trying to target more towards children too. So yeah.
So how old were you when you saw the first anime?
True,
What was it?
Lunchbox, that is true.
I was approximately 8 years old.
Oh my god. Look at the Ainz Algon cosplay here. This guy was probably ready to start splashing holy water on him. This is good. This is a very good one. This is Goblin Slayer. They found some good cosplayers.
When I watched Pokemon for the first time, and then I just gradually started with Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, Cardcaptor, Sakura, all those.
It's wild that these kids get hooked because of Sailor Moon when it's full of extremely inappropriate and overly sexualized content. I'd say it's not
Sailor
suitable
Moon?
for any audience, let alone children. It may seem cute and colorful, but its main protagonists, which, by the way, are supposed to be 14-year-olds, are often in compromising scenes with extreme nudity. Here in the United States, pedophilia is a big no, and it's a super sensitive topic.
I mean, pretty much anywhere pedophilia is bad.
Way too early to be worried about boys falling in love with them.
Yeah, when the animes have like young kids in there, then you just automatically assume that it's for kids.
But because it's an animation, the twisted storylines usually fly under the radar. But kids pick up on these themes subconsciously.
And yet pedophilia can be found across anime, as well as themes of incest, homosexuality, lesbianism, and transsexualism. And it gets even more weird when original Japanese anime is changed for US viewers. In Sailor Moon, Haruka and Michiru are lesbian lovers, but in the American version, they made them cousins.
Oh.
He's exactly the type who's supposed to have a pure heart and powers. We should make sure we watch him closely then. Leave it to me, cuz.
Okay. But someone clearly didn't think this through because they left the scenes the same, only changing dialogue. leaving the impression that they are some sort of twisted cousin lovers. Usagi, or better known as Sailor Moon, is a middle school.
Let's go, America! We did it.
College student.
That's like the most American shit I ever heard.
Engaging in sex.
Okay. This.
We change these characters to cousins so when they fuck, it's even cooler.
Pause it.
I'll get it.
Let's fucking go.
Delivery with there's a party in every bag.
Did anybody order tacos?
Tacos? No, I didn't order it, but that should definitely be what we have for lunch.
Man, it looks like you guys having a
What is
watch
this?
party.
Is this a skit?
That's kind of weird. Hey,
There's the Prime Schuler and Risa Marshall in tennis.
Is it?
No, it's not. You see, we're
Hey,
True
look,
Sierra.
I'm not judging, just dropping off some food. This is not 66 Broad Street, is it?
No, this is 144 Narrowway.
But can we put in an order?
What is happening?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll be back later.
Well, that was kind of awkward, but you know what's crazy? There are tons of reaction videos on YouTube where people don't find this scene disturbing.
This isn't the only time that Usagi stayed overnight at her boyfriend's house.
We should probably go wake Chibiusa.
Let her sleep. Both of you can stay here tonight.
This particular storyline is even carried over into later seasons of the show. There is even
Is
a
this like
scene
new
where
Sailor Moon?
Usagi's
This looks
love
like much
interest,
more
Mamoru,
recent.
accidentally kisses an extremely young 5-year-old Sailor Chibi, which, how do you accidentally kiss a 5-year-old?
Hey, what just happened here? You there! What do you think you're doing? Why are you hugging my mom?
Check the dislikes. Yeah. They turned off comments. They always do.
Get away from my man!
Usagi
Which is a
becomes
shame. I'd like to
jealous
read
when
them.
She thinks her boyfriend is falling in love with a grade school girl.
It seems like
It sounds like
all
anime.
I care about lately is Chibiusa. Do you like her? Do you think she's that cute?
What? That's ridiculous. She's still in elementary school. She's just a little kid.
So what if she's little? That doesn't matter in love.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Okay. I agree. That's yeah. That's when anime gets hard to watch. I'm on their side on that.
This is disturbing. You can clearly see that he towers over the little girl.
Yikers, that's not something you want your kid exposed to.
Oh, just wait. It gets worse. Even the villains in the series are gender-bending teenagers. The Sailor Starlights are 3 Sailor Senshi from another
Yeah, they
star
hate
system
homosexuality
looking
and
for
all
their
of
missing
that.
princess,
They're
which
really
lands
against
them
it here.
on Earth to find her. In their civilian forms, they are biological men who created a boy band called 3 Lights.
So it's kind of like the Spice Girls meets NSYNC?
Now that would be weird. They become female when they transform into their Sailor Senshi forms. Additionally, their leader is clearly in love with Sailor Moon, which is super confusing to the viewer because their genders constantly change.
This sounds like something from 2020, but it came out nearly 30 years ago.
You know, the Bible has a lot to say about sexual immorality. 1
Jesus.
Thessalonians 4:3-5 says, "It is God's will that 4:3-5 says, "It is God's will that you should be sanctified, that you should avoid sexual immorality, that each of you should learn to control your own body in a way that is holy and honorable, not in passionate lust like the pagans who do not know God."
Amen. Great text, Keith. Along with all the adult-themed relationships, there are a ton of
Hey, you
questionable
killed it, Keith.
messages and occult references
Thessalonians,
that are
it
very
gets nuts.
problematic for any
Nice, Keith.
Christian. I'm talking about magic, sorcery, spells, and reincarnation.
Hey, thanks for the 10 gift subs,
Underage
Ray.
drinking of
Appreciate it.
alcohol.
Thank you, Ray.
It's very nice
The
to
Prime
meet
wait
your
on.
acquaintance. That doesn't sound right. Glad to know you? Look at them. They're not having any trouble. The book says in a situation like this, have something to drink. Here goes.
You know, the Bible is very specific not to have anything to do with witchcraft. In Deuteronomy 18:10-12, it states,
True.
"There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or useth divination, or an observer of times, or of an enchanter, or a witch, or
Yeah,
a
we don't
charmer,
like
or a
that.
consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer, For all that do these things are an abomination to the Lord. Because of these abominations, the Lord God doth drive them out from
Sounds like he's a little
When the
insecure that
Bible uses
a
the
witch
word
might be more powerful than
abomination,
him.
It literally means that
I don't
God
like that.
hates those things and that he would excommunicate the people if they engaged in such activities.
Do you guys notice the symbols on their forehead? Look like they are taken from astrology. Check this out.
Wow, it reminds me of when the book of Revelation describes God's people having a seal on their foreheads and the wicked having a mark of the beast in their foreheads. Also, like the opening of the third eye in Eastern and New Age religions, there's a ton of demonic possession in this show.
At one point, Sailor Moon cries out to Saturn, which is completely pagan, and in some ancient writings is a reference to Satan.
What? Ancient writings, how would they even know about Saturn? They didn't have fucking telescopes back then, idiots.
The character Tuxedo Mask blasphemously calls Sailor Moon the Messiah.
Notice that there are 5 sailor girls, each named after different
These are
planets.
some tactical.
The number 5 in the Wiccan religion
tease.
represents the
True.
5 points of the pentagram.
Hey, speaking of Wicca, these magical girls are even called guardians,
Uniting our hearts to fight as one is what makes us.
Man, they're blowing this wide open.
which is Wiccan lingo for the watchtowers that correspond to the 4 directions and the 4 elements. When the watchtowers are invoked, it symbolizes the connection to all things that exist.
What?
The 5th element being spirit. The series borrows concepts from the Bible, such as the Tree of Life, which
What?
is depicted in this show as a god-like being who was alone in the universe and then created humanoid people because it was lonely. The people eventually become evil and corrupt, resulting in the tree weakening and seeking help from Sailor Moon to regain power and be reborn.
Man, how twisted is that? God created humans. John 1:3 says, all things were made through him, and without him, nothing was made
Well,
that was made.
if John says
so
it,
if the tree
it's probably
created the
right.
humans, this is a blasphemous depiction of the true God, making it seem as he can be weakened by his own creation, and then he needs to seek help from the pagan witches in order to survive.
You know, another anime that sugarcoats
Let's
the
go!
occult is Dragon Ball Z. Have you ever seen this one?
I remember watching that as a kid.
Yeah, a bunch of people we interviewed at the convention said they started watching anime
Hey,
because of
Prime Purple.
that show.
You know, this show's been around since the mid-90s.
Yeah, I actually knew
There's
that,
ton
Tease. A lot of,
episodes, somewhere in
Christians
the
weren't
range
allowed to
of,
read
like,
Harry Potter.
600 plus in total.
Wow, that is a serious investment of time if you watch all of those.
You're not kidding.
Right, and listen to what this particular fan, who has hundreds of thousands of subs, says about the show. Notice that these videos have millions of views. This just shows the impact this genre has on the public.
Toonami was nothing less than a revolutionary siren call for a generation.
I knew Super Eye Patch Wolf was a
replacing
demon.
the older, more traditional Power
Anti-Christian.
Zone with a block filled nearly entirely with Eastern properties, such as Gundam Wing, Outlaw Star, and Sailor Moon. Up until now, the only real way to consume these shows was through trading VHS tapes or downloading low-quality fan subs online. But now,
God, this
anime
video is so well
broadcast
made.
directly into our living room.
It's so good.
And it was mind-blowing. And at the center of this movement and Toonami's most popular show was Dragon Ball Z. Keep in mind that this was late 90s American television, where the most popular animated shows were family-friendly titles like Doug and Rugrats. And
Both
by
good shows, though,
comparison,
to be fair.
Dragon Ball Z was shocking. The show felt like a gateway into an entirely different world, a violent and even dark place, one of insanely powerful villains that committed genocide with barely a second thought, and horrific alternate futures, where our entire cast of heroes, as well as the vast majority of the human
God,
race,
that Super
had been wiped
17, or
out
not
by
Super
malevolent
17.
psychopath
Future
androids.
Trunks
It was a
movie was
series
so
where
good.
People could suffer grave bodily injury and heroes could die. It felt like a show you shouldn't be watching, one that couldn't possibly be airing on children's television, and yet it was.
You see, like Sailor Moon, there's a ton of highly inappropriate sexual content and dirty innuendo. Some of the scenes are so disturbing that on this fact alone, it should deter pretty much anyone.
Hey, so the 10 gift subs, Tease. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the generosity tonight. Wait, is this still Dragon Ball? What the fuck is this? I don't recognize this at all. This is OG Dragon Ball? I watched all of OG Dragon Ball and don't recognize this shit. Oh, I guess I was a kid when I watched it.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
There are so many of these extremely inappropriate scenes that it's crazy the American public doesn't ban it due to its promotion of pedophilia. When searching for the Dragon Balls, the young Goku is seen sneaking a peek at Bulma's underwear. Also, really disturbing is this scene of Master Roshi asking to see under Bulma's dress.
Oh, that's Master Roshi's whole character.
Underwear.
Well, if being made into an embarrassing object is what it takes
Thanks
to
for
get
some
my
Finrear,
wish, then
toilet, and the prime half-bake, and napkin.
I duped them into thinking this bothers me, and I get an easy Dragon Ball. Heck, underwear's not much different from a bathing suit. Oh, the shape!
Oh wow, when she lifted up her dress, she didn't even have underwear on. And this is rated Y7 for kids?
Goddamn right it is.
Mercy.
But even outside of those grotesque scenes, there is dark spiritual undertones that need to be exposed.
Deborah was so
Magic is
fucking
a
cool.
common tool used throughout the series, and witchcraft and
It's not magic,
spiritualism is
assholes.
favorably.
It's key.
The rivers, the trees, the wind, all the living things in nature. Please offer me your energy. I ask of you, please. I almost have enough. The power is coming to me. I can feel all of it completely surrounding me. Just a little bit more.
God, this makes me want to rewatch Dragon Ball Z.
Here it comes.
Even though I know it hasn't
All right.
aged well. I already
Feel it
know.
getting closer
I've
now.
tried.
There, it's done. If this won't stop him, then nothing will.
The Bible strictly forbids any such practices. In Colossians 2:8, it
Of what,
says,
martial arts?
"See to it that no one takes you captive by philosophy and empty deceit,
Wait, what?
according to human tradition."
Wait, philosophy's bad? Hey, stop thinking. Okay, thank you, Colossians. Is this a real Bible? Bible quote? Colossians 2. Let's see. Is this from Biblia? Yeah. Man, Colossians seems like a giant fucking simp. All of his little excerpts here are just like, hey, stop thinking, let God do it for you. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ. Don't let any... Man, this guy fucking hated thinking. Don't let anyone capture you with philosophy and high-sounding nonsense that come from human thinking, and from the spiritual powers of this world, rather than Christ. God damn. Man, he fucking hates philosophy. Be careful that no one takes you through philosophy and deceit. Good God. He hates it. This guy's very upset. Thanks to the resub Dolphin, Mavs World, and the Prime Jack. The resub Comrade.
You captive by philosophy and empty deceit, according to human tradition, according to the elemental spirits of the world, and not according to Christ.
For example, the witch character Baba is referred to
Yeah.
as the fortune teller Baba. Baba is an insulting word in Japanese that means old hag or old witch.
And Baba uses a crystal ball to see into the
What?
past, present, and future, something the Bible condemns as an abomination to God.
Why?
Like when King Saul summoned the late Samuel through a medium, in reality, he was speaking to a demon.
Yeah, although I've seen a couple episodes, I still don't understand what this anime is really about.
Let me see if I can.
Did you even watch it? It's just about,
See,
like,
the mission of the
strong
characters is to
dudes
collect
fighting
7
dudes.
Dragon balls that are hidden all over the earth in order to have 2 wishes granted by the Dragon Lord. The theme song repeatedly chants the phrase,
Yeah.
The book of Revelation called Satan a dragon. So basically they are asking Satan to get them.
The story centers around a
What?
young alien.
Did they even read the Bible? What? Since when does the Bible talk about dragons? He was just a serpent. That's just your interpretation of it. Unless I'm misremembering. Well, actually, I'm wrong. In the Old Testament, dragons are discussed 21 times in King James Version. Well, so I guess there are dragons in the Old Testament and LeBron James, it sounds like. I was not well read on the Bible, I guess. All those Sunday school days did not pay off. Okay, well, I guess, hey, I guess they're onto something.
Alien named Son Goku, who was
Thanks
sent
for some
down
Twisted
to Earth
Flames
as a
and the
baby.
Tier 1 Kazi.
In the Dragon Ball anime, they are 3 supreme beings called the Super Saiyan Gods from Universe 7 that send the baby Goku down to Earth to destroy it.
Isn't that kind of like the story of God sending Jesus down to Earth?
Yeah, pretty similar.
Not
but
at
the
all.
twist
What?
is, instead of being sent to Earth to save it, he's sent to destroy it.
We send adult fighters to planets with strong inhabitants, but to planets with weaklings like Earth.
That sounds
one
cool,
barbarian
Brew, maybe.
is sufficient to carry out the order. Kakarot was sent to clean up this planet, but he obviously forgot
Oh,
his
nice
mission.
Naruto.
Kakarot, what have you been doing here all these years?
Thanks to 5
Your
KW.
mission was to terminate all life on this planet. Why haven't you carried it out?
Goku is an angry child who has an accident while growing up, causing him to change his motives from being the destroyer of Earth into the savior of Earth. There's an episode titled The Father of Goku, and a prophecy was given to Goku's father, Bardock, that he will have a son, and he will be a savior of the Earth.
Take heart, Bardock. A savior has been born. One who has the power to save the innocent from people like Frieza. And
Cool prophecy.
Someone else who wanted to become more powerful than 3 supreme beings. That sounds a bit
What?
like Satan.
It says here on the DBZ or Dragon Ball Z wiki that Goku wants to become the most powerful Super Saiyan God, which can be obtained through a ritual involving 6 righteous Saiyans or special divine training.
What 3 beings in the Bible?
Saiyans with righteous hearts must join hands and instill their inner light into another. With his friend's energy flowing through him, this Saiyan shall then take the form of a Super Saiyan God.
Let's go!
Focus on channeling your inner
Yeah, I don't
light
watch
to Dad.
Dragon Ball
From
Super,
your heart.
so I don't know this part. He becomes Jesus. Let's go! Oh, they're gonna say he looks like Satan.
Now you're seeing who this really is. In the end, Goku takes the war back to heaven and destroys it.
I haven't seen it. I couldn't tell you.
There's even a similar story of a tree in a garden, just like Sailor Moon.
Laser Sub Specialist,
concept
Zed,
of the tree of
Christian,
life. It's
Sorza,
called the tree of might,
and the bits
sometimes
Goof and
referred
Sab.
to as the tree of death.
And we can do it later,
But
Panda.
once again, you can see the inversion of the truth. When one eats it, they gain more power. Only Kai, who are the kings of the universe, and eternal dragons are meant to eat the fruits.
You mean I'm not allowed to eat any of that?
You got that right, buddy. That tree there, it belongs to the great King Yama.
I'm surprised they're not mad about a shirt saying hell.
Aw, come on! Just one piece!
In the Bible, we see an account of a serpent-like being promising ultimate power by eating the fruit of the tree of knowledge, not the tree of life.
Thanks to the resub
It's
Alpaca and
interesting
Prime
that
Trashy.
they get their power from the dragon, who
Resub
is
Gumball.
called the eternal dragon god, or dragon lord. The owner of the tree is King Yama.
Here it says that Yama's occupation is a judge. Dragon Ball Z has a lot of Gnostic imagery, flipping the idea what's good and what's evil. Yama is actually a deity in the Buddhist faith known as the King of Hell. Yama is said to judge the dead and is the one who decides if the soul goes to heaven or hell. Seems pretty Gnostic if you ask me.
It sure does. And so on the surface, Goku may seem like a Christ type, but when you really compare him with the Bible, he actually shares more characteristics with Lucifer.
I mean, he gambles
Who is
with the
really a
universe
type
all
of
the
saint,
time, so yeah,
which
he's
is
not like
made to
super
appear
cool
like a savior
for like
of
humans.
the people.
Kind of sucks.
Son Goku's character
He just
is
like
based
gambles
on
with the
Chinese
universe just for a
mythological
fight.
Character called the Monkey King, who in the myth gets invited to heaven and believes he will receive an honorable place as one of the gods, but is instead made the protector of the horses, essentially a stable boy, which is the lowest job in heaven.
True
He
username,
rebels and
yeah.
proclaims himself the great sage, or heaven's equal.
Which so
Oh,
happens.
and I gotta go pee. God damn it, I was holding it for a minute. This is such a fucking long video. I don't even know if I want to finish it. But it is, I love the way it's put together. I'll be right back. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 sec. Okay. Thanks, Resub Jeremiah. Do we want to finish this one or not? I think it's just going to be repeating a bunch of the same shit. So they do it for Dragon Ball and then finish with, well, actually, just do Dragon Ball for the entire rest of it. Let me see what their conclusion is at the very least. Well, seems like chat wants to finish it. It's kind of divided. Thanks, Resub Seed. I'm not going to pull it. I just kind of want to see how it ends. It's just going to be a lot of repeating points.
To be the
Let me see what they say
similar
about
story of
Deborah.
Lucifer, who wanted to be honored as a
Villain's forehead makes this sealing appear to be evil. The Bible describes a seal that will be placed on the foreheads of God's true followers. Revelation 9:4 speaks about the sealing just before the end of the world. They were told not to harm the grass of the earth or any green plant or any tree, but only those people who do not have the seal of God on their forehead.
Like the villains King
Okay,
Cold and
whatever.
Frieza, Vegeta is part of a trinity as well, the Saiyans. The father's name is King Vegeta, and his son's name is Prince Vegeta, or evil.
There is yet another trinity in this saga, Bibbidi
What's
Bobbidi
wrong with-
and Boo.
Bobbidi and who?
I mean, what's wrong with trinities?
Well, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo is a magic spell cast in Cinderella.
Oh yeah, you're right. It does have something to do with magic and sorcery. There are many parallels with the Godhead in these three as well. As you can see, there's the sigil on their foreheads and on their clothing. And they are all from a planet called Planet Alpha, which is in Universe 7, and is shown to exist in the heavens. God calls himself the Alpha and the Omega.
Wait.
Wait, what?
Number 7.
What? God calls himself Alpha? I assumed he'd be on that Sigma grind set. Are you serious? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Alpha and the Omega. It's used as a Christian symbol as well. Damn. It's kind of crazy.
7, often a number associated with God.
It sure is, and Bobbidi, Bibbidi's son, has an episode where he opens a so-called seal. He opens the seal and frees Boo in an attempt to destroy the people of Earth.
In the Bible, Jesus is described in the book of Revelation as the only one worthy of opening the seals. Revelation 5:5 says, "And one of the elders said unto me, Weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, hath prevailed to open the book, and to loose the 7 seals thereof."
How does that
When these seals
correlate?
are opened, it will result in the deaths of the wicked. This
Oh, I see.
happens just prior to Jesus' second coming.
It's interesting that Bibbidi, the father figure, is the one who created the seal, and his son Bobbidi is the one who breaks the seal, much like God created the seal and Jesus the Lamb is the one who opens it.
The biblical imagery is interwoven all throughout this series. When almost everyone in the earth dies, Vegeta ends up resurrecting everyone except the really evil people.
I have 2 wishes I want to make. First, I want the planet Earth to be restored to its original state. And second, I want all of the people who were killed since the morning of the World Martial Arts Tournament to be brought back to life. Do you understand?
Dende, I'm putting my faith in Vegeta's
Wait, so-
plan, and I'd like for you to do the same, okay?
Of course, Goku.
Arise, Parunga!
Wait, this doesn't at all. Wait, this doesn't correlate to what they were saying at all.
Okay, it shall be done.
Thanks to the Resub Bro Moment, the Prime Expert, the Resub Con Devil, and Unfolding and Trex.
The Earth has been restored to its rightful place. What is your next wish?
Please use your power to restore the lives of all those who died on Earth since the wizard Bobbidi arrived there. Except for the most evil ones.
That's a good wish. I didn't remember that stipulation. That's a good wish. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of gray area for what's considered evil, but overall, heart in the right place.
Granted. The people of Earth have been restored to their home.
Vegeta, we did it! All the people are back!
Thanks to the Resub Ugly Truth.
They're alive! What the heck? I'm alive!
Okay, let's skip to this.
As Angel 9, it says,
Been engaged in ever since.
Now that's a great comparison, Mikey, because the Bible says in Revelation 12:7-9, it says, "Now war arose in heaven, and Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back, but he was defeated. And there was no longer any place for them in heaven. And the great dragon was thrown down, that ancient serpent who is called the devil and Satan, and the deceiver of the whole world. He was thrown down to earth, and his angels were thrown down with him."
That's rough.
Just like
Sounds like he got
Goku was
fucked.
cast down to earth.
Even when the prophecies in the Bible foretell the ending of this conflict, Satan and his angels refuse
Thanks
to
to
stop
Prime.
fighting.
That's
Patty.
why, in the end of the story, Goku brings the war to heaven. Goku is a representation of Satan, that ancient serpent the Great Dragon.
Oh wow, the DBC fandom even says that Goku-san lives in Satan City.
Satan City? Wow.
Dragon Ball Z teaches an inverted gospel, which makes Satan the hero while demonizing the Trinity.
Hey, that was Mr. Satan. Mom, it's Mr. Satan. I recognize that voice.
They're on to something, I think.
Right, wow.
Well, maybe they have a point. Whee! Satan!
Thanks to Mr. Satan, the long-awaited energy has finally arrived from Earth.
Would you really expect anything else from the Dragon team?
Speaking of inverted gospel, you guys ever heard about the anime Neon Genesis Evangelion?
Oh, we're not ready for that
Neon
one.
Genesis Greek for, is it New Beginning?
And Evangelion means gospel.
Right, it's about a new beginning of the gospel.
I don't think we're ready
I
for this
guess what
conversation.
kind of twisted message they're going to interweave into this story.
This sounds super intriguing. I'd love to hear what you have on that.
This one's pretty messed up, but I can't get into it right now. I've got a podcast I'm doing tonight with a ministry called School for Prophets, and I can't be late.
Tell me he made that video. I would love to hear his interpretation of Evangelion. It sounds like that guy's just like a giant fucking weeb, but he feels guilty for it. So then he brings in this like show and tell thing where it's like, well, this anime is really evil. Sure would take someone real fucked up to watch this one, right? Any new Darman? Oh, Mind Freak, right. I actually wanted to watch a little Mind Freak. The Grand Canyon Death Jump.
Top to hovering above. The cage dangling. He's gonna try and make it into that cage somehow.
I'm gonna take a bold prediction. He doesn't make it, but he's fine. Oh, he's got the Batmobile too?
Think of it as a jail cell.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a fair comparison.
The difference is that it will be a flying jail cell.
Oh, what?
This helicopter
Chris Angel's done it. He's making a jail cell fly?
feet will be more than 30 pounds of explosives that will go off. Somehow, some way.
I'm blowing up the Grand Canyon.
Let's bring her up.
I've built a small nuclear arms device, and I plan on fucking up this entire area. This is the biggest moment of Chris Angel's career. He could die here, but it's Chris Angel. Death is only part of the illusion.
Until I'm safely in the cage.
Take that, atheism, huh?
I want you to see that this is me.
Do you believe in God now? Turns out he actually does kill a stunt double just for this trick.
Let's do this.
Please rethink this, Chris. No, God! There's no way he can do it! Oh my God! No, Mind Freak! What? I'm leaving it a like. I can't believe what I've just seen. Michael, did you get that? He's not even human. There is no God. That can't be the real Chris Angel. No. It's Jeffrey Epstein. It's gotta be. What? Death crash illusion? That's just what he wants you to believe, but it was real. He really did die here. But Satan said he's too powerful to be allowed in hell. So he sent him back. Show me your tits. Whip those bad boys out for me, JD. Say no, driver. Please decline it. Chris Angel's in that coffin. No! God, why? Quit cheering, you fiends! You're about to watch a man die. Oh my god. Turns out Chris Angel really wasn't there. Just like his fucking corpse. Oh, thank god. Patrick, no! He just plows it right into this staff over there. Patrick just starts seeing red and just takes out the whole cast and crew. Oh, I just took a magic fart right there. It's all part of the illusion. You think I shit my pants, but I'm not sure. Alright, it should be safe. I'm sure Chris chose number 3. Don't even worry about it, Chris. You're fine. I'm not even worried about it. Chris saw it coming. He can smell the future. Ah. Excellent work, Chris. Whew. That was close. Oh, he's lost his mind! It's Chris Angel driving the vehicle! Oh my god! Ah! It's a mind freak! Oh. How does he do it? The madman. There's only 2 certainties in life. Death, taxes, and Chris Angel fucking you right in your mind. Lipstick in palm. This is when he was still slamming ham in the back of his limousines.
JD
Slaying pussy on the reg. I'll need you to take your top off in order for the trick to work, and I'm gonna get in there and motorboat magically.
Okay,
Mhm.
so make a fist with your left hand.
And then
get
punch me in the
right hand.
face.
Don't need that, okay? Put it right in the back of my hand, just like this. That's all I'm gonna do. Keep it in the back of my hand. You're gonna feel a sensation, a warm.
Oh my god, is he gonna
pull.
transfer the
Something
lipstick?
strange gonna happen.
Oh god.
Feel it?
I can see it happening.
You see the lipstick kind of goes.
Christ,
into
I'm
the
getting
skin,
semi-chubbed.
and it should turn over your hand and open it up and take a look.
A condom. What? Well, I never.
And I'm gonna teach you how to do that when we come back.
Really?
I'm sure you want to know how I did that effect.
I couldn't give a shit
It's
less,
actually quite
honestly.
simple. When you
Oh my god! You've gone too far this time, Chris. This is not what I paid for. You said you were just gonna make lipstick appear on my hand. Oh my god, he's not gonna make it! He's not gonna make it! He's done it! Hey, wait, I know this arena. Isn't this where they have those medieval fights and they give you turkey legs? Looking like that character from Devil May Cry 5, whose name I've already forgotten. That reads edgy poetry.
From the base to the tip of the pyramid.
V.
650
That's his name.
feet.
It's like a fucking Sasquatch sighting. I don't know what the fuck it is. So this show started airing way before, like, editing technology was good. So a lot of the Photoshop and, like, Windows Movie Maker effects they use are just really bad, which makes it so much better. Make it vanish and then show some big-titted women with rock and roll. It's impossible. He's dead. He's already dead. It can't be done. He's got nowhere to vanish to. He can't Goku instant transmission. He's fucked. This is the end of Chris Angel. He had a good run. What are you cheering for? He's been vaporized. He's dead. What? Chris Angel Mind Freak. Chris escapes from box 4,000 feet above the Grand Canyon. I'm gonna take a wild guess. There's explosives involved. Let's up the ante. We've released venomous snakes inside the box, and I'll have to play this flute in order to tame them, calm them, so that way they don't bite me and inject venom into my veins. Whoa! Far be it from me to question the skill involved here, but I feel like if I had the key to the handcuffs, I could do something similar. Oh, does that guy have a katana on his back? What was that? He's gonna go up there and cut the wires himself? I don't care if he does escape. He will die. And for the grand finale, he just flops his cock out of that hole right there, just for all to see. Oh, no! Chris! Chris, hurry! They've gone insane! There's children here, Chris. Don't make them witness death. When do the live sharks come into play? He's at a really hard angle for lockpicking. This will truly be a Chris! The Lord's already taken him! No! God, he was too slow! Shit! We lost him. Or perhaps he's disguising himself as a young boy in the audience. Whoa! He was ziplining the whole time! Nobody could have done that. But he did. Oh God. They're burying him alive. You're killing him!
When you feel pain, you know you're alive.
That's real edgy. Oh yeah, that's edgy. Now we're cooking. That's Chris Angel, baby.
Down to this 1 second, and I must hold.
For my next trick, I'll take this pair of scissors and cut my nipple off.
This is like life or death.
It wouldn't be Chris Angel without it, baby. Yeah! Woo! Yeah! He's doing it! Yes! Now spit some fire on the audience. Throw some fire on some kids' faces. Take this to the next level. That was good. What? Oh, God! That's a really cool shirt, Chris. I've never seen something with that deep of a V before, ever. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh! Chris, go slower, please. Oh my God, he ate her tattoo. Oh. Can you even believe it? Also, you should really say thank you that he ate that shitty tattoo off of you. Why the fuck would you come onto this show and just look like a goddamn idiot? That was the best trick yet. Thank you, Chris and Belinda.
Will you operate? You know how to use that? Okay.
It's called an iPhone. They can film video up to 360p.
What I want you to do like this.
Excuse me, I can see the boom operator. Can we fire him, please? Chris, he's ruining the illusion. The trick has already happened. Yeah, everyone in the audience just had their panties stolen. I'm sawing right now. Can you feel it? Yeah! Good Jesus Christ. He just throws her. Yeah, fuck. I made a mistake. No witnesses. Oh, God. Somebody help his legs.
Come back over here. Come back over here.
Don't run away. You'll never get fixed. Christ, he's going into shock, Chris. He's losing a lot of blood.
Relax, relax, relax.
Oh, God.
You alright?
You feel better?
Relax, 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 relax.
Alright. You're welcome. Man, that iPhone video must be lit as shit.
Balance.
He's not sitting on the fence. He's planking on it. You thought Chris Angel was safe? He's He's never safe. He's holding himself up with his asshole alone. Dinner with Chris and friends. It sounds really underwhelming, but I want to see him being casual.
Warning, what you're about to witness can be dangerous and can result in death.
Even Chris Angel eats food? That makes no sense. God, going to dinner with him would be miserable. Hey, give me your drink. I'm going to balance it. Ah, don't worry, Chris. I just happened to bring my deck of cards to dinner tonight. Ah, how fast. What a dinner party. A day off with Chris Angel. What is all this shit? No peeking. Gary Oldman? Fucking love Gary Oldman. Commissioner Gordon? What does Chris Angel do to him? And I'm about to beat him to death. For my magic show. What do you know about fashion? That V-neck ain't deep enough. A question I've been getting asked a lot recently that I wanted to publicly
Today we're throwing all sorts of stuff at 10 sheets of drywall.
Look at all this stuff.
So many things that are going to do a lot of damage. Lottery system. I am
Hands
up first.
What do you got?
Music.
Hey! He who smashes the most number of layers will win. You get a point for every sheet you smash. Woo! Whoa!
That'll be a hole.
That's good.
To get a point, you must make an actual hole. Swanson, you're up. What do we got?
Oh! Wowzers! Reggie! It's green, right?
Most of them are not.
So you're probably thinking I'm throwing a wrench. Could be. We have to play a game. The winner takes the wrench.
Yes. The greenies are special.
This mini game, we all get our own coloured ping pong ball. You've got to complete your line, and then first one into the master cup takes that wrench. 3, 2, 1, go. No!
What? 2? Oh,
3 for Heron.
3 for Stanford. 4?
4 for Heron.
Oh, that's big. Yeah. Oh.
Relax, Johnson. Freaking relax. Running out of soldiers.
Yes. Come on. Yes. Woo! Big shout out to anyone who's following us on Instagram. We play these sort of challenges all the time. Go follow us there, guys. Lots of fun content. Speaking of fun content, let's go. Come on, Richie!
Batter up. Play ball.
Oh, wow. That's
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh!
Look at it! What? He got 9! No! How's our reset gonna have to be?
That is actually really cool.
We still haven't seen a 10?
Oh, we've beaten 2 in.
We're throwing a recorder and a wrench.
What I think of stupid Stanford. Sheet 1.
Mini game, give me a mini!
Oh! Steel ball! Unbelievable! This has gone through 10 windows. Could be a guaranteed 10 with Rexy.
We all get 1 basketball each. Have to bounce it off the wall. First one in the hoop.
Let's steal the steel ball off Stanford. Steal the steel.
3, 2, 1, go! Stacked it on like it's freaking slippery.
Here we go.
Heron, if you don't get 10, you should be disappointed.
Bada bing! Oh no! Didn't go that far, boys. It only went to here. 5! 5 points to Heron and to Gryffindor.
Maybe my wrenchy was just really good. Who's picking the next one? Is it you again?
Oh yeah, I'm up.
We're out of Greenie.
Another
Greenie. Oh!
NFL football. American football.
Yeah!
Boys, can we come up with a prize for today?
What about a movie voucher?
Like the comfy seats and food, paid for by the business?
There's a 4D cinema coming to Perth. The chair vibrates in the action scene. I'm introducing a new rule for round 2. If you guess your number of sheets, your score's double.
Well, one sheet.
Yep, he'll get his 2 points.
2 points, chuck him on the scoreboard.
Wilson!
You know who's picking next. Doink, 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 doink.
What? Sledgy too! No! Double points for the sledgehammer.